I thought I told him to spray it with water to retain moisture before applying the film. You can't treat a glaze lily like a cactus. If Sanjay does this again, the loss will have to come out of his food expenses.
I'll go talk to him. At this rate, he won't even be able to afford eating cacti for much longer.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, it's you two. It's been a while. What brings you to Port Ormos?
We didn't have anything to do, and this place looked pretty lively, so we decided to stop by. But, what's with all the flowers around here?
Well, Port Ormos is currently organizing a flower exhibition featuring flowers and plants from all over Teyvat, so I came to help out. The exhibition includes flowers from every corner of the world, each with their own unique properties and needs. With that in mind, the curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar capable of retaining heat and moisture. Even so, an expert is still required to develop tailored transportation and care plans for each type of flower.
Oh, and that expert is you, right?
Not this time, no. I'm just here to help out. The expert in charge is someone else.
Mr. Tainari! Sanjay! He confused the poisonous bulbs with garlic shoots, and he ate them!
Never mind. Forget about what I said about the food expenses. Apologies, Traveler, Paimon. Looks like I've got something to take care of. I'll be back in just a moment.
Tainari's busy no matter where he is, huh? Yeah, seems like it. Hey, don't look at Paimon. Well, looks like Wow, look at these flowers! They smell so...
Huh?
Paimon's... fine. She's just
Rainbow roses, glaze lily.
It's getting worse. But,
moment of your time, you two? If it's not too much trouble, perhaps you could try this incense.
Incense? Oh, the scent is so nice! Wait! Whoa, that was fast! Paimon doesn't have to sneeze anymore!
Think nothing of it. From your attire, I imagine you two aren't from Sumeru either. Seeing as we're both travelers from abroad, it's only right that we help each other out should the occasion arise.
Oh, so you're here for the flower exhibition too?
I suppose that's accurate. Ah, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Emilie, a perfumer from Fontaine.
Paimon is Paimon! Thank you so much for your help just now. Oh, and this is...
The Traveler, right? I've heard a lot about you from the Steambird. It's nice to finally put a face to the name.
What happened back there? Why did Paimon start sneezing?
Have you ever heard of hay fever? To put it simply, when inhaled, certain pollens can trigger abnormal...
But Paimon has seen these kinds of flowers before and nothing weird...
Well, we're all different. The factors that can trigger a reaction to certain stimuli vary by person. In isolation, the effects of certain pollens may seem minimal. But there's no need to worry. Pollen allergies can be effectively mitigated with the use of medication.
Oh, well, that's good.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Is everything all right? I left in such a hurry, I forgot to warn you about all the pollen in the air. Emilie? Ah, what a coincidence. Looks like my worry was misplaced then.
It was nothing, really. We happened to run into each other shortly after my arrival, and I offered them a bit of help, that's all. I'm more curious as to why you thought the Traveler and Paimon were in danger. Allergies are highly unpredictable.
Remember the first time we met? You fainted after inhaling Spirit Borneal.
The Spirit Borneal didn't affect Paimon at all, and now she's the one suffering. It makes no sense.
It's not really something you can make sense out of, Paimon. There are all kinds of allergies out there, caused by...
Exactly. I even encountered a case in Fontaine where someone had an allergic reaction to soba noodles their family brought back from Inazuma.
Whoa. Good thing Paimon isn't allergic to anything delicious.
In a manner of speaking, although you could say the patients I deal with are rather unusual.
In addition to medicine, Emilie is also very knowledgeable about botany. She's taught me a lot about the native flora around Fontaine.
And that's where my expertise ends, I'm afraid. When it comes to breadth of knowledge, Tainari certainly comes out on top.
A flower expert? Oh, Paimon's got it! You must be the expert, Tainari.
Wrong again, I'm afraid.
Well, I did come for the exhibition, but only to inquire about the Auguste variety. I'm not involved in any official capacity.
Oh, Paimon was sure she got it right this time.
It's a kind of flower that was once popular in Fontaine. The perfume made from it also bears the same name.
Auguste, huh? That's not a name you hear often nowadays.
In an ancient language, the word is said to mean sacred or noble. It's sometimes used as a name for people as well. Ah, that reminds me. Are you familiar? Perfumania was an event that occurred in Fontaine. It all started when several merchants released their own lines of high-end, expensive perfumes, marketing. No one anticipated the absolute frenzy this would create on the market. The demand was twofold. What some saw as a status symbol, most saw as a money-making opportunity. You could take advantage of the soaring price, but the value of these products became so inflated. Regular bottles of perfume were even going for hundreds. But at the end of the day, perfume is just perfume. The market value greatly. Luckily, the Palais Mermonia recognized the danger and intervened before the craze could truly spread. In the end, only a few wealthy families were affected when the bubble popped.
What does all this have to do with that Auguste you mentioned earlier?
Well, During the craze, the most popular perfume was none other than Auguste. The demand far exceeded the supply.
10 million? Then what about now?
After the mania ended, most perfumes returned to a normal price. Auguste was the only exception. Its namesake, the flower used to create it, went extinct. As a result, no new bottles of Auguste. Indeed, the Auguste flower, when the bubble popped. Ah, yes.
Traveler, we should help Emilie look for it.
I have to agree.
Even if I can. Divine, noble, one of a kind. All beautiful sentiments when it comes to perfume.
Wow.
Of course, every so often, someone will claim to have recreated the unique scent of Auguste.
Okay,
Ever since that, if I can, then I'll be.
that makes sense.
Oh, I would have.
Well, you said it.
Ha!
Based on the information I have so far, it's Mr. Edgar,
Huh, I was just.
Edgar?
the person you've been back when he was still.
I should also mention.
So this guy was a famous perfumer in Fontaine, but then he came to Sumeru to...
It's a long story. If you're interested, we can talk more about it when we see him. He should be staying near the hotel.
Oh, look at all the flowers!
Apparently, the exhibitor paid a large sum to rent out the hotel and.
Yeah, what if guests come early? They won't have anywhere to stay. Also, renting out this big of a hotel, how are they gonna make that more of it?
It's been so long. Well, oh yeah, okay.
Hold on,
It's nice to see you again, Master.
Emily. I've heard you've been...
Oh, well.
I've taught many. And who are these two?
Ah, they're my new friends, the Traveler and Paimon.
Emilie's friend.
And these two
I'm. Yeah.
merchant.
You must be here.
Well,
I'm guessing you're here for the sec... I commissioned a few... That being some of them, one of...
No, I don't think so. Auguste is even. Although,
Impossible. If a goose...
technically speak,
well, let's.
No. By the time... Compared to think...
Wait, are you saying...
Just think.
We don't have much... You all trap...
Ooh, you've got the keys to the room?
I managed...
Oh, and
don't worry, Master. I can sleep on the boat tonight. Or I could even camp in the wild. Ah, even. Although.
Well...
Of course.
All right, then. I'll prepare...
whoa, the smell of flowers is so strong. Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with...
No, that's. We work close.
Oh, guess there's just too much to store for the exhibition then.
Oh, this room. Blaze. Ahem.
Yes.
All right then. Where can we?
It's still at the port. In addition to some daily necessities, there's also a case of amber wine that I brought back from Fontaine. Could I trouble you to bring that? Is that so? Mr. Oud, Mr.
Hey! What are you...
That's Master's voice.
Edgar!
Master!
Hey, Edgar! Are you alright?
Who did...
Kyria. August.
Hey, Edgar?
No, don't shake him. He's injured. Just leave him to me. You two can... Oh, thank you.
I checked. Oh, but that's him. Oh, the culprit, I mean. It's not like the
That strange smell around here. Is it coming from this bottle? Oh, really? Do you think whoever... Well, we looked all over, but the only...
The most important thing we can do now is focus our...
So, how's he doing?
When I administered emergency treatment, he's still unconscious and in... Ah, yes. But first, Mr. Sylvain, Mr. Lu...
Wait,
Hey, were you talking to us, mademoiselle?
Before arriving in Sumeru, I asked a friend from the Special Patrol to look into the creators. There were 4, a research, the 2 brothers. In the end, every time your brother...
Ah, miss, you have... What?
Amber wine is... unless...
Emilie, you little...
Don't misunderstand, Mr. Sylvain. I don't bring this up to criticize, but Master's... If Master's... So I'd like to...
Fine.
Sylvain!
Lucian, if this will help us find Kid... You were right, Miss Emilie. There were 4... Sometime...
Sounds like he's still upset about that. Wait, then how did Edgar end up...
Master was convicted as an accomplice, so he only had to serve a few years. He decided to move to Sumeru. Still, that's how I met him. But we can talk about that some other time. I want to hear more about this researcher.
Like a... But...
What?
It didn't matter.
What?
Sounds like you did an investigation of your own.
The name wasn't meant...
Kyria was... He was just a clueless... Vijava... After all.
So,
Vijava, if she left some...
And judging by the liquid in that bottle, the Auguste flower wasn't the only thing he reproduced. He managed to
So the liquid Edgar was forced to ingest really what?
Poison! If a goose could be considered... Ah, we're not looking... We only... As long as...
So that's why you...
Yes, exactly.
Anyway...
Well, at least...
Well, glad to hear. Lucian, let's head back to the room.
Yes.
You think so too? But based on Sylvain's...
The way you exposed them like that? Oh, right.
Oh, yes.
So you're...
Close. In fact, with just a small Basically, I've learned a lot in my line of work, and I've witnessed a lot of death. But this time, we may still save the patient. Actually, Traveler, could I trouble you? I'll stay here and...
Whoa, why the rush? Did something happen?
What? Edgar was attacked. He's the most famous perfumer in the region. Someone who's helped countless people around Port Ormo.
Sheriff, have you received any reports of a suspicious individual?
No, but we've got eyes all over the area. I'm sure someone's seen Kyria. I'll start gathering my forces.
What about you, Tainari? Do you have a plan?
I'm sure the sheriff can handle things over at the...
But she said she's not a...
Then she was far too modest. She may not be a doctor by trade, but she has a deeper understanding of... Not to mention the fact that Mr. Edgar's condition is related to As for me, well...
Oh, that's right.
From Emilie's letter, certainly, but that was the first time I'd heard of it. I didn't have time to look into it earlier. I have friends and... I'll leave you and Emilie...
Well, it's been a day. Wonder if Tainari's discovered anything. But things weren't looking good with Emily's master yesterday. We should check on things at the hotel first.
I thought Sumeru would be different. Nope, everywhere's the same.
no longer in critical condition, thankfully. He's still very weak, but with a bit more rest, he should regain consciousness. My chemical analysis of a goose also went smoothly. Although, I was able to...
Elemental energy?
Hard to say. I had to use... Unless you were As for what...
Oh, that reminds... Oh, Paimon thought he...
excuse me? Is Miss Emilie here? Oh, perfect! Familiar faces! Traveler, Paimon, you're here too!
Kale. Ah, of course. Tainari's apprentice. He's mentioned you many times. It's a pleasure to finally meet. And please, no need for formalities. Emilie is just fine.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you too, Miss, Emilie.
Did Tainari send you here, Kale?
Yep. Master and the others went through decades worth of records. Anyway, based on what they've reviewed so far, Master considered that possibility as well.
How is that possible?
It's starting...
Hey! Lucian!
It's Sylvain! Wait, you don't think Curio came back?
That seems impossible. If someone came in or out of the hotel... It's locked?
Lucian! Lucian! Come on! Emilie! Emilie! My brother. He's gonna be okay, right? He's just...
I'm sorry, Mr. Sylvain.
No, that's not... That's...
Traveler, Kale, Mr. Sylvain has gone through it. He needs some space to calm down. Could one of you take him next door? It's not good for him to look at his brother's body like this.
Of course. Leave it to...
Thank you both. Mr. Sylvain? We'll take things from here. Just focus on getting some rest. Here, this way.
Poor guy. He's like a shell of his former self. He may have made some bad decisions in life, but right...
Good person or bad, the death of a loved one is equally painful. All the moments he shared with his brother, every hardship and triumph they endured together, are now memories he has to carry alone.
If Curio really was behind this, then what exactly did he do to Lucian?
Lucian can no longer... Traveler, I've got...
Who would have thought? Yesterday's case is still up in the air, and now this happens. Miss Emilie, I heard you're an experienced forensic doctor. Have you been able to discover anything?
Oh, I'm not actually a forensic doctor. I just happen to have some relevant knowledge. I did take a look, though. Judging...
Then, would you mind helping us investigate?
Of course, I appreciate...
We'll help...
To tell you the truth,
And the windows are shut tight too. Well, looks like we've investigated as much as we can. Let's go report back to Emilie and Shiam.
so, did you find anything?
Paimon can show you. Here, it'd be something like this.
But
No, his reaction.
then,
I agree.
Mr. Sylvain,
After Kyria attacked Edgar, we returned to our rooms and decided to lock all the doors. The only door... But I didn't hear any sort of commotion last night. Not a single noise!
so, no movement from the room next door. No signs of a
I did notice a few things about the body. Lucien's pupils were dilated, and his skin was flushed. Very similar to Master's symptoms after the attack yesterday. There weren't any traces of liquid in his mouth or nose, so it's unlikely he was forced to ingest anything.
A goose? No, that's not possible. Inhaling a goose won't kill you. And anyway, no. Emilie, you ran your tests, didn't you? Go on. Tell everyone whether you found any poison.
No, I didn't find any common toxins.
See? A goose is harmless. The market response proved that years ago.
That may be true for most people, but not for everyone.
Master!
Edgar? You're up and about already?
Thanks to Emilie. Sylvain, no matter how hard...
Edgar!
Even if we could... No, he would never... That's Vijay. Yelena wasn't a scholar from Sumeru.
The Fatui.
Ah, so you've already...
Oh,
The August flower was created with the mutative and distorting power,
The Fatui.
born of a delusion.
that's enough. At first, Yelena didn't have any...
So you decide...
Listen...
It may be true there are no records of, but even if no one was a... that explains the Fatui.
A goose...
So there's Bab.
What about Yelena's...
I'll admit, we thought about it at one point. We took care, but before we could even...
But if we're
Yeah, she could...
I thought about everything. One of the reasons after arrival,
So,
if her true identity, the Auguste, so
So the wealth you...
most likely. That's why Lucy...
I don't think he knew his... Yelena,
Then all we'll need to do is tell Kira...
I'm not so sure. Even if he knew the truth, it's hard to...
Very true.
Edgar,
Think about it. If we hadn't...
we were just trying. Lucian's cry.
3 people from Fontaine. Well, we can only wait until the academia.
The hotel could... Although with...
Mr. Edgar, are you saying...
If Sylvain... I'd just ask for Sylvain. Would you be willing to grant?
Well, the man we grew to...
You have my thanks, Sheriff.
Happened tonight?
Yeah, all we know is that he uses a goose to poison people. But we still have no idea if he targets...
That may be true. If we...
Master, no!
If Kyria, in other words,
Capture?
afraid, I'm spending the... As
I'll admit, it could... Then I'll station some of my men around the hotel.
I still have some reservations.
I'll also...
Although, if Kyria... No...
You mean if he doesn't...
If that were to happen...
That's why everyone else needs to keep to the shadows.
You're still recovering. You need to rest.
All right.
Have you heard? Mr. Edgar's...
What? He's... He taught my child how to make perfume. How?
He hasn't been convicted.
Oh, have I... Let's head back to the hotel and take a...
Emilie! Sheriff Xian wants to talk to you and the Traveler about our plans for the Night Watch.
Thank you, Kale. But first, here. I prepared a kind of herbal tea that helps calm the spirit. Why don't you have some?
Oh, that's very kind of you. But...
Oh, it's not good.
What?
You seem very...
Oh,
Hey, Emily! Kale! Oh, are we...
No, not at all. This will be easier to talk through. I've just been thinking... There was just... When I accompanied... Maybe Kyria did that on purpose. Maybe he wanted Sylvain to...
So did he
Based on what we've heard,
Losing his sister all... Whenever I get to thinking like that... I'm sorry.
there's nothing in all my years. Some of them surround your... So while you do Sylvain, answering those I've witnessed. But generally,
Once you're consumed...
you're right. But that I understand...
Huh.
Emilie, Traveler. Huh? Edgar.
Oh, it's you two! Didn't you head back to your room to rest, Edgar? Is it really okay?
Besides, I don't have much time left in Sumeru.
We could do that for you, Master.
No need. I would imagine Sheriff...
The night...
That's right. I've stationed some... Exactly. After some discussion, and Emilie's expertise is sure to come in handy in a pinch.
Sounds perfectly
Huh. Not a peep. Has Kiria given up on his revenge? Still nothing unusual. Paimon took a peek into the room next door and Sylvain's already sleeping.
Perhaps Kiria's... No, that can't be right. There must be something...
Maybe we just need to calm down. You're right. Maybe we can look for a different distraction then. Oh, there's a glaze lily here. Paimon didn't notice it earlier.
Flowers... Oh no! Sylvain's room! Quick!
Wait, what?
Hey, did you hear?
It was the older of them.
Yeah, I think his name was Sylvain.
First it was Mr. Edgar, then that merchant...
Listen up, everyone. This is an act of...
It's been 3
Do you think it could be the work of an... I mean...
Keep it moving, everyone. No lo...
I suppose.
You don't know that. Kiria already attacked you.
You were the only...
Even if I wasn't there.
Is that so? I have... But Kiria, it really...
If you really want an answer, I suppose you'll have to ask Kiria himself.
But Emilie... But... So many flowers were transported here. Whether I know.
Of course.
Really? Now I...
Sheriff Shams...
Go ahead. Best not to keep him waiting.
I'm sorry, Master.
Another all night.
Emily still isn't back. I hope she didn't run into any... Yeah, that's...
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. After listening to be honest, not...
The key clue was right in front of us. Let's go. We'll show you where This is it!
The glazed lily, huh? I think I've heard of it before.
Well, did you know it only blooms at night?
Emilie, you're back!
Exactly as it.
A flower that only blooms at night.
Exactly. Oh, that's why Kyria chose.
If applied to the outside... If poured into the... If poured into the flower... There's a sticky... If you stick the petals...
That's right. He applied a diluted. That way, however,
And Kyria could.
by the next morning, the sample.
Wait a second. And how did Edgar...
That's because a goose is just at.
Ah, that can't be right.
I wouldn't use. You can think of it this way.
The incense I smelled... in Sumeru. The incense all kinds of
All chemically produced essential oils.
That stuff gave us a lot of trouble when we first came to Sumeru.
Ah, yes. I definitely remember that.
In Sumeru, it's not uncommon to.
Flowers were pretty...
Actually, it's not a.
No wonder he probably. But in the end,
There's a saying, but up until. But because he's been disguised as.
The Mora spent to rent up... It all points... Kyria and Edgar.
But... Kiryu was only in his teens back then. He wouldn't even be... Edgar's lived here for so many years.
Bad news, Sheriff. Mr. Edgar was attacked.
What?
A dark shadow-like figure just ran out of his room. But before we could even react, do you think Kyria...
I need you to think very...
I mean...
It would seem Master decided to tap into.
what? But that's so dangerous with the condition he's in. It's.
But... what?
No. If his aim was to target
If he left Sylvain.
then.
The shadow-like figure ran in the direction of the elevator, and my partner immediately chased after them.
We should hurry before they're forced to confront each other.
Where in the world did he go? Let's ask the merchants nearby.
It's all right. Please, calm down and take a deep breath.
How could...
This is terrifying.
No! Don't come any closer! No! Don't come any closer! No! Don't come any closer! No! Don't come any closer!
It's all right. I can detect... It's this way. Please, follow me. The scent is getting stronger. This must be the place.
Oh! Are you all right? Were you at...
No, I'm all right.
Let me take a look.
The air definitely feels heavy. It smells nice, but for some reason...
This feeling...
Everything looks all right. It was probably just the stress of the chase, combined with the impact of the environment.
I can't rest. Mr. Edgar is still in... He's a good man.
Oz, you need to calm down and listen to me.
But how is that Mr. Edgar?
That's precisely why he had to... Kyria used it.
No.
And what if the... I've yet to confirm it, but I suspect Kyria killed the real while Edgar... The new Edgar then decided to relocate to Sumeru, seemingly out of an innocuous... And Sumeru... As the years went by, he removed his disguise a little...
That explains why he aged himself.
I need to find Mr. Edgar. He's not that.
What you really need...
No,
Wait! This environment is likely being influenced by the delusion. Any discomfort, I know how to I'm sure Kiri...
Kale's right. The Traveler and I will take things from here. This leads me to believe those blessed with a vision... Actually, I hate...
Thank. Hear that?
Traveler, for someone who's...
Don't worry. We're not going... Monsters. Perhaps they were attracted here by the increased level of elemental energy.
Hey! How dare you! Shower me with praise!
Illusion shattered!
I've never seen these seeds before. They must also have been created with the power of a delusion. It seems to be avoiding us, and there's no other way forward. Perhaps we could try luring it to the edge of the cliff.
Whoa, look at all the... There are so many of them.
I fear that statement is truer than you know, Paimon.
He only needs...
Perhaps hatred wasn't the only emotion fueling his obsession. Not long ago, he told me he didn't want... But Kyria betrayed Snezhnaya, abandoned Fontaine, and lived for someone with nowhere to call home.
There is no escape! Illusion shattered!
Strike a pose! Extract! The show begins! Reconstitute! Extract! Huh. Ta! May I present? Yeah! 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 Reconstitute! Yeah! Yeah!
There is no escape.
This may hurt a little. Neutralize! Ta! Yeah! Ta! Ha!
The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end. The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end.
Did they catch up that... No. My strength is just waning. But it doesn't matter.
This is a garden of Auguste flowers. But it's not mine. It's the one that was set on fire all those... Yelena? Yelena! You tried to hide it from me, but the reason why you continued to use the delusion, the reason why you set your guard, I shouldn't have listened to you that day. I shouldn't have taken the Mora and ran. But by the time I realized something wasn't right, there was nothing left. I know I'm almost 20 years too late. I should have died with you that day. Yelena? Yelena! No! Don't leave me! Yelena!
Emilie? I'm alive. No.
That was an illusion, likely brought about by the residual toxin in your body coupled with the pollen in the air. Neither...
No. The amount of Auguste I drank, it should have been enough. A fake, but...
We started making the preparations last night with one goal in mind, to create a perfect accord. The accord is the basis of perfume making,
the product in its most primitive form. Ambergris mixed with cedar wood, rounded out with a base note of agar wood.
This is the scent of leather?
Exactly. We're unable to extract essential oils from leather, but by combining other raw materials, we can recreate its essence. That is the purpose of an accord.
Does that mean you can recreate any scent in the whole world?
I'm afraid not. Certain fragrances in this world are simply one of a kind. That quality is what draws people in and fuels their obsessions.
If I wear a goose to the ball, I'll also be one of a kind. Our competitor already got their hands on it.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. I have to buy something better.
This fragrance will be one of a kind, no more. Myths can be deconstructed. Miracles can be recreated. All it takes is skill, experience, limitless exploration, and a little patience. The only thing left is determining where the real Auguste is hidden. Pretending to be attacked means he's not free to move around. Auguste must be hidden within reach.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
The curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar, capable of retaining heat and moisture.
Perfumes are as beautiful as flowers, and equally as delicate. When stored, you must take care to control the temperature and keep them away from direct sunlight. Did you get all that, Emilie?
I got it.
So, Sylvain is dead. Is that right?
Yes, Master.
So, you switched the bottles of Auguste?
Convincing you that your revenge had been completed was the easiest way to get you to let down your guard.
Impossible. Even if you found a way to switch out the bottles. If Auguste was so easy to replicate.
It was a combination of rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias. Those ingredients would have conflicted with each other if you tried to combine them in the past. But recently, we found a way for them to—
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilia.
Auguste was created over 10 years ago. All this time, people never stopped perfumery techniques are advancing day by day. We found the mythos.
The past.
You've been working as a perfumer for all these years. You should have always known. But the meaning you believed in its divinity and grandeur. Your obsession with Auguste is—
We just didn't expect it to happen.
Well, so, since you've been... that means that...
Yes.
Who knows?
I know if you had things... All the crimes he...
Is that so?
Whoa, he accepted that kind of fast.
I don't feel the need to justify. I did.
Careful, everyone.
Stick close.
Looks like I'm...
Of course, Master.
The combination you used to make your...
The scent of Auguste is complex and varied, yet the main ingredient consists... So, as I was analyzing the sample yesterday, I got to thinking, what if the scent of the Auguste flower was already...
You're saying...
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, Cecilias. The perfumers of the past knew that if you combine their essential oils directly. But if you cultivate a new flower species that...
Rainbow roses, Yelena.
Did you know? Miss right.
Seems like everyone in Fontaine is talking about the new perfume.
I was hoping to release it without such a fuss, but the news spread way fast. I just hope it won't become the source. I did. Also,
Of course! Oh, it smells great!
it's all right. All feedback is worth considering. Besides, when it comes to perfume...
Right! Do those flowers have... a language of flowers?
What each flower... After returning to Fontaine, I did some... Perhaps that's the legacy Yelena...
You think Kyria...
I paid him a... Who knows? Yelena is gone. Even if that... Avenging her... Kyria cultivated his revenge like a... In any case, thank you for saving my life. Love and hatred when someone dies. But even if it's only a... The meaning we... And yet...
Thank you for...